Hello everyone, I'm so excited because look what I have on my desk. Not one set, but two sets of the brand new Ohuhu Kakaako Acrylic markers. There's 90 markers in that set. And there's 90 more markers over here in this set. That's right, Ohuhu was so generous to send us two sets of these acrylic markers. One for me and one for one of you. That means it's giveaway time. We're going to start this giveaway today, August 20th, 2025, and it ends September 3rd, 2025. So you only have a couple weeks to get your entries in. We're going to be announcing the winner on September 4th, 2025 via email. Coming up on your screen right now are some ways to prevent you from getting scammed during a giveaway here at Coloring Bliss. Pretty much it comes down to we do not ask for any money from you for winning this prize. So if you win, you'll be notified via email on September 4th and we will pay for everything, the products, the shipping, the whole thing. So if someone says you've won but then they request money from you, that's a scam. Run away. Now, in this prize, we're going to be giving away this very set right here, still in the plastic, of the new markers, and then included with it I want to give you this coloring book, my new favorite coloring book, Volume 1 Simple Bliss Spring Garden. I'm going to show you more in this book a little bit later when we do some coloring with these new markers. So it's a prize package worth $126.48. One of you lucky people will win, so make sure you get your entries in. I'm so excited to give this to one of you, so make sure you follow the links in the video description and get those entries in. Alright, now that we've got the details for the giveaway over, I want to again thank Ohuhu for sending these acrylic markers. Ohuhu is one of those brands that we really trust, and we have found their products are becoming more and more high quality. In fact, these are not the first acrylic markers we have looked at from them, but these are their newest and I think their biggest set. 90 acrylic markers, and I believe inside here there's 60 regular colors, 24 metallic colors, and 6 neon colors, and they're a double-ended marker. So I haven't opened this package yet. We're going to be opening it together, and then we're going to swatch them and color with them, and I'll give you my impressions of these new Kakaako. Let me show you how it's spelt. And I did look it up to see how it's pronounced, and I believe it's pronounced Kakaako. Kakaako. I think that's how you say it. And then you can see on the side here that we've got a double-ended tool we get to play with, a fine tip and a round tip. And here's a sneak peek of all the beautiful colors that are in here. I'm excited to see them on both white and black to see how the colors pay off and just how opaque they are. So I'm going to take off the sleeve if I can. It's being really stubborn. The other thing I'm excited about this is that it's in a nice pouch, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this pouch works. It does not want to come off, so I think I'm going to have to break into it here. There we go. Okay. Ooh, we could color the front cover if we wanted to. That's awesome. Okay, let's take a peek in here. We have a handle like that, so we can carry it around really easy. I love that. And one zipper. And it opens backwards. That's a little odd. I expected it to open this way, the way a standard book here in the US opens, but it actually opens the other direction. Whoa, these are big acrylic markers, and look what we get. We've got 3 extra fine tip nibs and 5 extra round tip nibs. That's a really nice bonus that they've included in this package. Okay, inside here we also have a brochure that tells you how to use it in lots of different languages. And then there's also some little tips. They're calling them warm tips. It says if the color does not perform well on a dark surface, you can use white color first before applying your color, or use the same color and apply it again in multiple layers after the first layer dries. It says that these markers are fit for people age 14 and over. And it says to avoid the problem of ink leakage, when shaking the pen next time, use up the ink in the pen tip every time without too much ink residue. Okay. After use, wipe off the ink on the pen tip to avoid the ink blocking the ink outlet during the next use. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Now let's see what else we have here. We've got a swatch chart. This is swatch 2, 45 colors. We got all kinds of swatch charts. We've got them on black, 2 charts on black, and 2 charts on white. I'm not going to be using these today, I don't think. I think I'm going to be using my swatch chart. Although if I use theirs, I wouldn't have to write all the names and numbers. But I want to see them in my swatch book on the paper that I am used to using. We've got a row here. Oh, this comes totally out. Totally out. Okay, that's interesting. And I'm thinking these are the metallics here. Is that what it says? Acrylic marker. Let's take a look at this one right here together. It says acrylic marker Ohuhu. And then it shows you how to pump and prime it. We've got 2 tips. This is the color indicator here and here and here. And we have a number and a name on the cap end, which is really nice. And then on this end, we have the big round tip. Now, this tip is supposed to write from 1.7 to 3 millimeters, depending on the angle that you hold the marker. And then on the other end, we have our fine tip, which is supposed to write from 0.7 to 2 millimeters. Again, depending on how you hold the marker. Okay, they slide in and out really easy. This one is also loose. That's a really interesting choice. So they're all loose. And you can keep them in the bag, I guess. So it's more like a bag with 3 loose sleeves with a lot of markers on each sleeve. I assume there's about 33 on each sleeve. So what I would like to do is get these organized. I don't like the way they're organized. I'm not sure where the metallics are, and I'm not sure where the neons are. I was kind of hoping to swatch them so that I would have all the regular colors together and then all the metallic colors together and then all the neons together. So give me a few minutes. I think I'll use my organizing shelf. Let me grab it, that I use for other videos. This little shelf right here to get them all organized. And I'll probably organize them, like I said, the 60 regulars together in order from the color wheel starting at yellow, and then we'll do the metallics together, and then we'll do the neons together. So, okay, let's get them organized. Before I talk about the organization I just got these markers into, I wanted to mention Rose. She is doing great. We went camping twice, and she got a little dirty and some knots in her pretty ear hair, and so the groomer really cut her down really short and got rid of all of her ear hair, so she looks so different. But she's not sick or anything, it's just the groomer did a real thorough job with her because she was so dirty. But what we've discovered because of no more ear hair is that she has these adorable floppy ears that we didn't know about because they were always being pulled down by her ear hair. Huh, you're just beautiful. Let's give you a treat. So it's kind of taking a little getting used to seeing her like this. but she's still Rose. She still does Rose things, and we love her so much. She's our Maltese. I think she's 11 years old, and we love her, so she's doing great. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have here. I got all of them organized. So we have from here to here are the 60 regular colors, and then from here to here are the 60 regular colors. We get a black and a white and 2 grays, a whole bunch of greens, a few blue greens. Here's our blues. Here's our blue violets and red violets and violets. Here's our oranges and reds. And here are our sort of neutrally browns, skin tone type area. And then up here are our yellows. So I'm pretty pleased with the balance of the set. Down here we have our 24 metallics, and the tip of the metallics have a little bit of a sheen to them so that you can kind of tell they're a metallic, but it's still really hard to tell. I wish that they would have put an M for metallic instead of using the number coding to put it into the yellows, because if you're like me, you're going to keep your metallics separate so that you can use them when you want metallics and then use the regulars when you want regulars. So we have a lot of beautiful metallics, and I just put them in the order that their chart showed the metallics being in. We'll see how that looks. And then down here we have the 6 neons that are featured in this set. I'm so excited to get them all pumped, primed, and swatched. So I'm going to swatch them twice, just like they recommend. They have the black and the white swatch charts. I'm going to swatch them on black and white paper. And let me show you my swatch book. This is my black swatch book. I love it. It has 60 swatch squares per page. So that'll be perfect for the 60 regulars, and then we'll put the metallics and the neons on a second page. And this book here is called Volume 1 Swatch Bliss. You get 3,600 swatches per book, and you can have the book printed on multiple kinds of paper, including black and white. This white is I believe it's mixed media paper, and we have color pencil paper, watercolor paper, marker paper. We even have tan paper. So come and check out our swatch books. They are fantastic and such a good resource. Okay, I'm going to take a minute now and write down I think I'll just do the color names, or should I do the numbers? Because I'm not going to write down both. I'm going to write down one or the other and have this all set up so we can go through and pump and prime and swatch. Okay, I'm back. I've got all the markers organized now. I did end up reorganizing the metallics so that they kind of run the same path as the regular markers up here. I've got both books filled out and ready to go so we can see how they look on both kinds of paper. But we have to prime each marker. So let me move this a little bit. Sorry, Rose. Just going to move that out of the way a little bit. And my plan is to prime them here in my sketchbook, because there's always a little puddle of ink that comes out. Not always, but a lot of times. A little puddle of ink, and I always feel really bad wasting it. So I think what I'm going to do is come in here into my sketchbook onto a double blank spread and do all the priming on one side, and then I'm going to take the book and close it so that we get a print of all the colors. There'll be 90 different colors potentially on the paper, and then we'll have a print of it over here, and then eventually I can come back and doodle on it and just have a good time, and none of the ink will be wasted. So that's my plan to make me feel better about the priming process. Get this book all flattened out and ready to go. And goodness me, there's a lot to organize here. Maybe we'll prime on the far left, swatch here and here. Now, I think that will show up. If we didn't have Rose here, I could move her and put this back there. But we do have Rose, and we've got to make room for her. She's important. Okay, let's start. I'll show you how this works. So we have our first marker here, and we've got two ends to prime. So we're going to shake it first. You can hear the little, I think it's like a ball bearing or something in there mixing up the paint so it's not separated. And then we'll come here on our page and gently push it down and prime that color right into it. Here, I should be doing it up here so you can see. We don't have any paint coming out yet. Oh, there's a little. Maybe these won't spew as much as some other markers do. Now we'll prime the other end too. Wouldn't that be nice if these don't spew? Okay, there, we've got color. Alright, now we'll come on to the paper. I think I'll use the round end for the swatching because it's nice and thick and will cover faster. Okay, Y61. Y61. That's the color Butter. Okay, let's do another one together here and see if we have the same good results. If not, then maybe we'll just have a one-page spread of inks here. Let's start by, oh, see, that one had a little bit of a spew. And I'll just soak it up here with the other end. So there are some acrylic markers out there that you don't have to prime like this. For example, the Sharpie creative markers. Those you don't have to prime. But this is just like the same process that you would have to do with Posca. We're doing here with the Ohuhu Kakaako. Kakaako? I think that's how you say it. Comment below if I'm saying it wrong. Okay, let's go again. One more time together, and then I will speed it up. And during the swatching, this fast part of the swatching, I will tell you about the other sets that are available, because there's several sets to choose from in the Kakaako line. Oh, that's a pretty color. It's called Acid Yellow. It's kind of got a bit of green in it. I should have done that first. That's alright. This is not a perfect swatching as far as color order. It's just as good as I can get it. Alright, let's time lapse. So you're watching me swatch the 90 set, which features 60 regular colors, 24 metallic, and 6 neon. Now the price for this set right now here in the US as of August 2025, it is $99.99, which is about $1.11 per marker. And of course you get the really nice case that it comes in. Now there's 3 other sets you can pick from. There's a 60 set, which has 45 regular, 9 metallic, and the 6 neon. So you lose out on quite a few metallics and about 15 regular markers. That set is only $44.99, which means they're only 75 cents per marker in that 60 set. That's the set I would recommend if you just want to dip your toe into this acrylic world and try it out, because it's a really good per marker price. Now they have 2 more sets. There's a 30 set that has all 24 metallics, and then you get 4 whites and 2 blacks. So this is really, if you really need some metallic markers and you love white and black acrylic markers, this is the set for you. And it's only $22.99. And finally, there's a 30 set that is kind of a good balanced set here. This would be another good starter set. It has 15 regular markers, 9 metallics, and then you get all 6 neons, all for $19.99. And that's only 67 cents per marker. So that's actually your best value set in all 4 options. Now a little bit more information about the ink inside the Ohuhu Kakaako markers. I'm just butchering that name, I'm so sorry. It's a waterproof marker, so once it's dry it should be waterproof. And it's a very light, fast marker according to Ohuhu. So if you use it for coloring on, for instance, rocks that you're going to put out in your garden, it should last a long time. They claim that the ink has a nice smooth flow. We'll find out if that's true. That it's non-toxic and odorless ink, and that it's very highly opaque. And of course, it's a water-based acrylic marker ink. It's times like these I'm really grateful that Rose has gone deaf.
Yeah.
All this shaking and pounding would have really upset her. It's taking about 50 pumps of the pen to prime the regular colors, and over 100 pumps of the pen to prime the metallic. So I'm guessing that acrylic ink is thicker. It's taking longer to get down to the tip. So let me show you what I'm doing if I can. I'm doing the same thing I showed you at the beginning. I'm priming the narrow end first, and you get a little bubble, as you can see right there, a little bubble of ink. And then I'm taking the wider end and soaking up that ink with that wider end, so you get at least a little bit of ink started. And then, like I said, it takes about 100 pumps of the pen to get the metallic ink fully saturated into that nib. So if you have mobility issues or pain in your arms or joints, this might not be the set for you. It's taking over 1 minute per marker to prime and swatch them, which is an extraordinarily long amount of time for swatching. So I have another recommendation. If you are in pain and you still want an acrylic set and you don't want to go through this, let me show you the set I would recommend. Okay, this is the set I would recommend by Ohuhu. It's the same deal. It's got 2 different nibs. I think these are the ones. Yeah, no shaking. These ones were fantastically fast to get going, and they ran really well. I'm going to put a link to these markers, as well as the link to the video where I tried them out and talked about them. So this is the set of markers I would recommend. If you have mobility or pain issues that make priming, like pumping 100 times, too difficult for you. So yeah. Okay, I only have 10 more to go. So another 15 minutes or so and I should be done. Did it. I finished swatching them. That was an epic process to get all that swatched. I'm glad it's done. This is my piece of art that will go in here into my awesome sketchbook, and someday maybe I'll doodle on it, or maybe I'll just leave it the way it is because it's kind of pretty just the way it is. So that's 90 different color swatches from all the priming. So that's good. Put that in the back so it can dry. And now let's look at the swatches. I'm going to switch it back to the first page. And we can take a close look at how these look on both white and black. Let's start with, actually we can see them both here on the screen. If I turn this, then we can get them both on the screen. All right, lots of yellows, really pretty yellows. We've got some good skin tones. I mean, this is a set of 90, so we should have a lot of really good colors. Oranges, one good red, maybe another one, but really just one good red. Some pinks and violets, blues, blue greens, and then we've got two grays, a white, and a black. And then over here you can see how they look on black. So this shows us the opacity of the ink. Some of them didn't do very well, where others, like this one here, did amazing. Let me bring it up to screen so you can see how good they did on black. I'm pretty impressed. Overall, they all did really well on black. So if you want to work on a dark object, like a dark rock, or on black paper, you're good to go with these markers. Now let's look at the metallics. I'm so excited to show you these metallics. Okay, let's look at them on white first. So these are the metallics. These are the neons. The neons practically glow. I'd love to hit them with a black light. Let me see if my black light is still here. Sometimes my boys borrow my black light. I've got it. Let's hit it with a black light and see if they glow. They do. Not NO5, not neon number 5, but all the others definitely react under a black light. So if you're doing a special glow-in-the-dark night with decorations and different types of announcements or cards to invite them, invitations, these would be fun for like an 80s party. That was really cool. Okay, now back to the metallics. Look at the beautiful variety of colors you get in these metallics. So there's 24, and check them out. So pretty. Now it depends on what angle you look at them. If I put it on an extreme angle like this, you can see they go darker, and flatter they get a little brighter, and they all have a silver sheen in them. That's what's giving them the reflection. But all of them are acting really good. And then again, same story here on black. I think they're a little more impressive on white, but the fact that they are shining and shimmering even on black is a really good sign. We recently did a video where we looked at the Faber-Castell Black Edition markers. Let me show you. That's the row right here of the Black Edition markers, and they almost don't shine at all. It's a different kind. I think we've got more of a glittery sheen with our Ohuhu markers here, and then a more of a flat shimmer with the Faber-Castell Black Edition markers. So I kind of like these better than the Black Edition markers. They're really pretty. So there's that one set, remember, that you can purchase just the 24 metallics, plus you get 4 white and 2 black markers. So if you're just looking for metallic acrylic markers, that set for $22.99 would be the one I would send you to. Otherwise, if you need all the metallic colors, all of the regular colors, and the neon, then you've got to go in for this big set here. So pretty. I'm excited about these colors. Really impressed. I wanted to show you one of the markers. I forgot to point out that they have a taper to them. They're wider on this end and more narrow on this end, and they feel really good in the hand. One negative is that they don't post. So when you take a cap off, you can't post it on the end. It doesn't stay there. So keep that in mind if that's important to you and your process for doing art. Okay, I think the next thing we need to do is color with them. So I want to get these back into the binder that they came in, that really cool canvas case, so that I can see all the colors and they're all laid out for me, and then we'll do some coloring. Okay, I got all my markers organized. We're ready to dive into Simple Bliss Spring Garden and do some coloring. I was going to flip to the same page. Let's see. The same page here. This is the page that the Faber-Castell Black Edition acrylic markers, what we did with those. I think I'd like to try this butterfly right here. We can do the butterfly wings in metallics and then the flower in regular colors. I think that will be really fun and pretty. So let's go for it. Let's start with we've got all of our metallics here on this one, so I'm going to put those out of the way. And let's do, if we do like purples and blues up here, maybe a yellowish orange flower would be good. So if we start with a base layer of, let's say, this color right here, and what I'm going to do is color this in. It's going to cover up most of the lines, the illustration lines. I'm going to try to avoid the outline of the shape, but the interior detail lines are all going to be covered up with the opaque acrylic marker. So I'm going to color all the petals yellow, let that dry, and then we'll come on top of it with a darker orangey color and try to add some details. Almost done here with this little illustration. I'm adding some fun dots, some stippling to the background to give the feeling of like a blue sky. And I want to add some blue metallic, just a few little dots of it here and there. So I've used 3 different blues. Now this is my 4th blue, the metallic. I don't want to use a lot because I don't want it to use a lot because I don't want to pull attention from the butterfly. No distractions from our butterfly. Okay, that's looking really good. I like that. Can put these away. Used lots of different colored markers. These come in and out so easy. Really great. Because of that tapered shape, the small end just slides into the elastic loops really easy. Makes it really fun. Okay, I think my little illustration is done. I didn't want to do tons of details, just wanted to play around with the markers. Let's move it in the light and see how the butterfly looks. Oh, it's so pretty. And do you see, it's once in a while I see the sparkle in the background, but it's not too much, so that's good. And I love the details that I added to the flower. Just really minimal, but very delicate and sweet. So now I'm going to sign this. I sign everything and I write what medium I was using. So I'll put Ohuhu K-A-K-A-A-K-O. Kakaako. And for me, the date is August 13, 25. So cool. I love how it turned out. What do you think? Okay, so what are my final thoughts on the Ohuhu Kakaako, I think I said it right, acrylic markers? If it wasn't for how long and how difficult it was to prime these markers, I would have almost nothing negative to say. The caps don't post on the end. That's probably the only other negative I have. So again, if you have mobility issues or pain in your hands or your elbows, shaking and priming all these markers may be a real problem. I wouldn't suggest doing it all in one sitting like I did, because that's really going to wear you out. Those markers I recommended during the swatching are the ones I would send you to. They're really good Ohuhu acrylic markers that you don't have to do that huge process. Having said that, they color beautifully. I love having the 2 ends on the markers so that I can have either a nice bold dot, or I can go in the tiny little details and add those little flicks like I did on the flower. I think it's a really awesome set, and 90 colors and 24 metallics. There's almost nothing in this set that leaves you wanting. It's a really cool set, and I highly recommend you follow the link in the video description and pick up one of the sets. Maybe you only need the 30 set with the 15 regular, 9 metallic, and 6 neon for 20 bucks. That would get you into the set, and you can try them and see what you think before you dive in for the big $100 set. And speaking of the $100 set, don't forget we have a giveaway going on that ends September 3rd, 2025. It started today, August 20th, 2025. And the winner, like I said in the beginning of the video, will be announced via email on September 4th, 2025. One more time, I'm going to bring up the information you need to know so that you don't get scammed. I don't want anyone to have a problem with this giveaway. I just want to have a lot of fun and give this away and this awesome book away to one of you. It's a prize package worth $126.48. You only have 2 weeks to get your entries in, so follow that link in the video description. Come on over to our website. We have lots of ways for you to enter. Don't delay, get your entries in, and good luck everyone for this giveaway. I'm so glad you joined me today. Thank you for sitting with me and enjoying the swatching and the coloring and just exploring a new product. And once again, thank you Ohuhu for making this possible. Thank you everyone for all that you do for our channel, and I hope you have a wonderful, colorful, blissful day. Bye everyone!